in my life that I will never attain again because I do not play football at a collegiate level anymore is I was able to bench press 300 pounds.
That's insane.
Nice.
That is a stupid amount of weight.
It is.
That's ridiculous.
stupid.
That's 2 me's.
I'm nowhere near that again, but like
That's me twice,
when
Jeff.
when I hit
That's
that, I was
insane.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
How many
That's a
plates
nice
is that? Like 3 plates on each side?
So 3 plates on each side. That's 90. I can't
Someone do math.
It's 90 times 3, so that'd be 270. So
Oh my
it's not
God.
exactly
Plus the
3
bar.
plates on either side because those are each 45 pounds.
Yeah.
Or at least
Oh
the
yeah,
ones that
that's the question. Were you counting the weight of the bar as well?
You got,
It's
it's 45 pounds.
The
You
weight
gotta
of the
count
bar is 45 pounds.
I can barely do the bar.
So
Oh no,
so
for
three-
sure. But I
I'm
just kind of
counting
like
the bar.
that. You're like, look, I got 300 on the thing. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 full plates is like 315. And so I did like 2 plates and like a 25 and something else.
Wow.
And somebody leaned on it
Massive
real
respect,
hard.
Jeff.
To pass Jeff,
I'm
not
nowhere-
to Jeff right now.
Oh,
Jeff
yeah,
right
that's-
now only
that's
gets
past Jeff.
belittlement
That
and
is-
hate
But
from us.
this Jeff still did that.
That was over a decade ago at this point. Now I'll be happy to get like 250. Probably.
Oh, me with my 55 pounds fucking
You
struggling.
can just, Jeff, you didn't even need to buy weights. You just have Peter come over
Yeah,
and just pick him up
there
and
you
down
go.
a whole bunch of times.
And that would be great for my core.
Like that's what I have to work on. I do not like working out my core. It makes my tummy not feel good.
Tummy
It hurts.
muscles.
The trainer has started because he's like, you're a runner. So we're doing plyometrics. And so we jump.
Yeah.
We do the box
Yeah.
jump.
That's some
Oh
good. That's
my
good.
God.
Pogo jumps.
No, that's some good work.
Yeah. So this is our workout podcast.
Yeah. Welcome back to our workout podcast.
We talk about working out as we sit here and eat chocolate right after our Italian food lunch.
If you're not eating 50 grams of protein every single meal, what are you
What
doing?
are you
Don't forget the
even
fiber.
Peter,
Protein and
every
fiber,
day
nothing
you
else.
move closer and closer to being an old person like us.
I
One of us.
One day you'll have a $2
One
bill
of
in your
us.
wallet.
I will when I buy $100 worth for my dad. And then he's like, and this one for you. I'll be like, wow, thanks, Dad. I will say, all my queer listeners out there, you know what's up with the fiber. It's good for you.
No, it's
You don't
just-
gotta be old.
It's just good for you.
It's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome back to the 7 Star of the Right podcast. This is episode 139.
Sure is.
I looked down at it this
You
time.
got
Good
it.
job.
And it helps that this is a double session, and so I remembered it from 2 hours ago.
20 hours ago. He has not
But this-
freed us in about
We've
a day.
been stuck in this room. Please
Send
help.
help.
But it's been 2 weeks for our listeners, so how are you guys all doing? And what do you remember from last time?
My tummy is full.
I'm good. Yeah, we had lunch. We're ready to
Great
go.
It's
We're
so
full of
good.
carbs and protein.
Mm-hmm. Hell
Yes. Yes.
So we're good. We went to Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Philip had brunch. Philip did not have Italian.
Last time, that's true. I had French toast. It was tasty.
It looked real good.
So we arrived back at this city. Nona gave us
No, it's fine.
Find My Friend pendants.
Yes, yes, they
And
did.
nothing else bad happened
And
with
nothing else
Nona
bad happened.
seeing her dark doppelganger inside her brain who's tempting her with power. Don't worry about it.
It's like the Green Goblin mask.
It is,
It's just
and
like-
they love her.
Hello, Nona.
Hello, no.
You know, Willem Dafoe had such a great time
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that.
I love that, man.
That looked like
That
such
is
a
the
fun
one
role.
good thing that came out of the Netflix Death Note is Willem Dafoe got to play Ryuk.
He had no idea what that character was.
I know, but he had so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was good. None of it was good, but I do enjoy. I like watching actors when they're having a good time.
Mhm.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Anyway,
Oh,
big
we-
city.
Well, we learned about some local flora and fauna.
True.
We learned about the Death Stalkers,
Yep.
The Moors of Venor.
which to me just they sound like those demons from Stranger Things that like kind of walk or
Demogorgon?
Or those Demogorgon?
no,
There's
not the
something else.
Demogorgon. I'll look up the name later, but or like Bat Boy
Hmm.
with big.
I got to
wings.
be completely honest. I'm just picturing a death claw, and I know that's wrong. But until it starts flying at me, and then I start picturing a death claw with wings, it will be a death claw.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yep,
I'm
so
being
we-
called a Death Stalker. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, we heard about those. We have been let into the city for now. People are kind of wary of us. Everyone's got wisps, which is cool and strange. And they've got a modern to us kind of thing going on. To us IRL, not to our space people. And we met Reese and Lina's dad, Jebka, who seems like a very cool single father.
Friend?
You don't know.
Friend shaped?
Mom might just be at work.
That's true. She might
The
just
construction
be at
company.
But no, I mean, I thought that, but then Jebka didn't say, like, oh, your mother will be so relieved, or oh, I need to tell your mother.
You know what? That's
or,
very fair.
You know,
Mhm.
I feel like if your children are out on their wisp walk, that's maybe. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
That's
want
a
a
good
single
point.
dad friend. Single dads unite.
Assuming we don't get killed by the militia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we are still in Jebka's house right now. He was able to tell Micah a little bit more about how the wisps work, which is still quite confusing. So we're going to wait to maybe talk with the wisp caller. Seems to be a person of some importance in this city. But essentially, yeah, they just kind of get these wisps gifted to them. And it's not kind of a scary thing the way that psychics are treated in most of the rest of the galaxy systems. Yeah, they've got these different aspects that they've named. They're different from our naming conventions, but it seems like they track pretty well. These folks are called the Wispkin. Let's see, Jebka's a healer. And we left off with this quote-unquote militia led by General Kaith knocking on the door because they might be a little worried about us. So,
About a dozen people,
Yeah,
which is
with crossbows.
which is half a dozen more than I thought we were gonna get.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that loud knock comes on the door. Jebka gets up and says, "Oh, that'll be the militia. One moment."
Militia.
And I think there was a moment where Nona was like, "Jebka, we
Yeah.
have a child." And he's like, "I understand. Let me
Please
handle
don't
this."
kill my girl.
He opens up the door and says, "Well, hello, General Kaith." And you see that man, that Marcus, peering out the window you saw before. He's wearing these, they are definitely like army-like greaves. They're similar to what the rest of the people around him are wearing, but there are medals kind of adorning his chest. And he sits like with a very high, straight posture. And he says, "Jebka, I need to speak with the individuals you have inside." And he says, "Well, I apologize, but I exercise my rights to hospitality. You may not talk to them while they are in my house. I will bring them to you later this evening."
Hell yeah.
All right, Jebka.
And-
Yeah, get it.
And General Kaith goes, "Jebka, these are Outworlders." "Yes, I understand that they're Outworlders and they saved Reese and Lina. I am going to make sure that they are seen to as well. I will escort them myself to your quarters later this evening. Thank you and good night, General."
I think before he closes the door, Marcus is gonna get up because he's like, we don't want to be antagonizing anyone, and this person is antagonizing this person on our behalf. So Marcus is gonna get up and say, "Jebka, thank you for the hospitality. General, my name is Marcus." And he's gonna offer to shake his hand.
The general will look at your hand and then slowly take and reach it. A strong embrace. I will say, like,
He hugs you too.
sorry, strong grip. Strong grip. It was like, oh, little kiss. Mwah, mwah.
Oh,
Very sternly.
He
Nice
does
to
the
meet you.
kissy thing, but he hates everyone.
He'll take your hand and will say, "Outworlders, I will expect to see you before the evening is out." With Jebka exercising his right to hospitality, he is able to give his home to those that he has deemed have done him a great service. This is not something that is given out lightly, and I don't know if this has ever been given out to an Outworlder. So, be on your best behavior. Do not leave Haven without first coming to see me. Jebka?" And he kind of like nods at you, turns around and says, "Move out." And everyone kind of like looks.
Get back on the elevator and leave.
Yeah,
I
everyone.
have to wait awkwardly for it to show
and he's
up.
standing at the front of the elevator.
The entire time.
You know?
Oh yes, just like the turnaround and then fold the hands.
Fold the
and
hands in
shit.
front.
back.
Yeah.
A little bit of man spreading going on there.
You got
Power
a
pose.
power pose. Yeah.
And Jebka closes the door and says, Well, I think that went rather well.
Jebka, is there a reason why we shouldn't have spoken with them right now?
I feel like it's better to speak to them on our terms than it is on theirs.
Why?
Well, us Wispkin, we haven't had the best interactions with Offworlders in the Outworlders in the past, and the militia gets a little jumpy whenever they come around. However, they have never come like you all, having done us a great service. I have exercised my right. I am allowed to bring in criminals and whatever have you into my home, especially if they did something in kind for me. You have saved the lives of my children. I am giving you my protection. Now, I hope you understand what that means. We are not in Haven of one mind. I think that there are people out there like us who just wants to live their lives. There are Outworlders, though, who would wish to take from us. I believe you are not one of those, but I hope you understand that should you do anything untoward, it will reflect poorly on me. I hope you understand the gravity of that. But anyway, we were talking.
Are there any other social protocols we should be aware of? We do appear to be stumbling into a lot of them rather quickly.
I will be honest, they've been the social protocols that I've followed my entire life. Watch what I do and do that.
Okay. Is there anything we can do in particular to avoid being shot with a crossbow?
Well, don't take without giving a similar thing in return.
Mm-hmm.
Trading is very reasonable here.
Barter society?
Don't hurt anyone. There are levels, but even accidental for an Outworlder could be dangerous.
Understood.
And follow the orders of the General. There are Outworlders who have came into Haven before and have been able to leave unmolested. So if I am your guardian, that will be a point in your favor.
Excellent.
Thank you.
We appreciate you extending this hospitality to us.
Thanks is not necessary when you have already given me so much. Anyway,
Morty.
the tea's getting cold.
Friskus.
I think at that, I have another Lazarus patch in my bag, and I think I'm going to give it to him.
Oh, I've got so many Lazarus
Okay,
patches.
good.
We could like give them a little 3 bundle if you wanted to, and still not even be sad
Yeah,
about it.
I think just
Okay,
one.
Just
I'm bonding. I'm doing single dad bonding, Kirsten.
Okay, you do it.
Nona, quit it.
So I'm gonna take it out and say, this is what we use to stabilize your daughter. One use only. Thank you.
He'll take it from you. This is not technology that he is familiar with. You'll look it over and, it's a Lazarus patch. It's something that it has the instructions printed on it. It
Mhm.
might even have, a branding on it.
A little diagram.
It is like he's looking at this thing that likely he has no understanding of how it is meant to work. And it's packaged in such a mundane way.
Mm.
And he turns it over and says, fascinating. You just apply it and even all kinds of injuries.
It will be better used by you than others. It does require some knowledge of healing.
Yes. It's explaining that in quite detail. I mean, obviously you have to know where the problem is in order to fix it. Nanites. Huh.
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of looking over at Marcus like, I don't know if that was a good idea, but now he has it. So, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there, dime a dozen, super useful. Yeah, no worries.
Well, I bought us some time. If you would like to refresh yourselves. I have a shower and food and anything you might need if I don't know how long you've all been out there. But we have a few hours. I'm going to talk to Lina and Reese a little bit. I'm here if you need me, and perhaps we can form a plan of action for going before General Kaith and the rest of the militia. All right. And he will down the rest of the tea. That's still steaming.
That's too hot. Oh no.
Ouchie.
My tongue.
And unless you call over to him, he's going to go over to Lina and just continue to check on her and talk to her. And she's going to kind of like continue to push him on. No, I'm fine. Just stop that. And she'll slap his hand.
There's a lot of slapping going on. Perhaps this too is a part of the culture. Nona walks in and just slaps General Kaith.
Oh my God.
Just across the face.
Did I do it?
The big hug.
Yeah, a slap and then a hug. Yes.
And then kiss on either side.
Okay. Seems like we got a little bailed out of something just now. Yeah, I mean, he's talking with his kids right now. I'm not really sure what else we do here. I mean, I want to get a lay of the land a little bit. I think, how feasible would it be, Yif, for me to loose my drone?
Oh my
No.
God. What a terrible plan. I love it.
No.
It does not have like visual masking stuff. It is fairly stealthy despite that.
Oh no.
You absolutely can.
I don't. Do you see that little smile at the corner of his
I
mouth?
see it.
Bad things are going to happen to us.
What exactly do you have like the rules up in front of you for like spotting this drone?
Yes.
Because it doesn't have like cloaking technology. It's just silent.
That's right.
Yep.
So if someone was looking up and they saw something flying around, they would see it, right?
Yes. It has, oh man, did I really not write this one down? I wrote down like almost all of the other rules for this. Okay. So this says spotting a drone at observation range is a wisdom notice skill check, difficulty 10. A drone close enough to engage a target can be spotted at difficulty 8. So that's the baseline we're working with.
Oh yeah, it is because.
But this is in a city,
2d6.
right? There are a lot of eyes.
So
This is
roll 300 d6s.
I will say Mike is looking out the window thinking about this, and there are like a bunch of people on the ground, and some of them are looking up the building, she might think better of it.
You don't see. Make a wisdom notice check to see if there's anyone looking up.
8.
The trees are few and far between.
The trees are few and far between, but there's really no one looking up. Granted, there are people at various heights looking like out on balconies across the way at other folks and stuff like that. You are not the highest. You're not like in a penthouse either. You are above ground, but there are people above you.
Yeah. What if I just wanted to send it like out the window, stay close to like the roof near the tree kind of situation, not like flying out in open air?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make you make a pilot check for that. And if you get above a 6, you can be reasonably certain that no one will see it.
Nice.
Let's do like a drone. It's probably intelligence pilot or dex pilot, I think. I don't know if there's rules in there for that.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, something like that makes sense. I think it's, int pilot.
Yeah. I think you can use dex pilot for like fighters.
How much did you want?
6.
Okay, I got 8.
Okay. You're reasonably certain that
Actually,
keeping it
7,
kind of like,
that's okay.
keeping it close to Jebka's apartment, that no, unless someone was like looking at the apartment and like looking for it specifically, that they wouldn't really see it. And you are also, with the wisdom notice check that you made previously, are pretty certain that no one's kind of eyeing you guys right now. So you're reasonably certain that no one's seeing this.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to get sort of a lay of the land while we have a little bit of a safe place here. Use some of the sensory apparatus, get a sense for, I mean, I can see up to like 2 kilometers clearly, but the place could be bigger than that.
It is absolutely
it probably
bigger than that.
is.
It probably is.
Strangely enough, it looks exactly like New York.
But yeah, generally speaking, kind of like Yeah, how far things are reaching, if I can tell any kind of meaningful like breaks in the way things are built. You were describing there seems like there might be more of like a business center kind of area. If there's like more of a political area, as far as I would be able to tell with my drone from here.
Yeah, there's definitely it's much bigger than 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
And so the full extent of what you see of Haven, of what you see right now is not the full extent of Haven. You see as you continue to look forward and even like perhaps move a little bit back and forth to kind of like look around the trees that are off in the distance, it stretches on. You were actually probably on the outskirts of the city. It didn't take too long for you guys to get to where you were going completely by foot. You do see different districts. There's definitely a lot of trade that is happening in this particular area, followed by some residential. As you look kind of along the outskirts of the city, there definitely does seem to be eventually a transition into, factories and warehouses. There is industry here. You're not entirely sure what agriculture would look like. You don't see that or get a sense of that. But looking at the walls that extend around this entire city, you do see there are multiple openings that are pointing off in different directions. And you see quite a few people coming and going on the regular. Some going out with very little, but just like bags on their person. And then others coming back with pelts, with like meats and the like, just clearly going out and obtaining things. Some other seem to be coming back with odds and ends, like scrap, like pretext scrap.
Is that from a particular direction?
Primarily from the north, where you guys came from.
Okay.
Further into the city, you see that it starts to get even more densely populated. The trees are packed a little bit closer together. But other than that, you don't see anything nearby that would scream ceremonial or political or like a center of government.
Fair enough. And yeah, one more thing, just because the 2 kilometers is not like the observation range. That's like focusing on conversations and facial expressions range.
Oh my God.
And granted, we are on one side of the tree.
Yeah, so totally fair not to get an entire lay of the land, but I would be looking for something that might scream old city. Do I see anything like that?
No, not right now.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so yeah, I'll point out to the others. I see some folks lugging in what looks like pre-tech from kind of more or less where we found the kids, but otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I don't see too much. Just a lot of people bustling around.
Maybe the old city is where they have to do the walk to.
No,
back.
the old city is most likely located under here.
And where's the scrap coming from?
Probably one of the other pre-tech places. It's supposed to be this planet is supposed to be littered with a lot of pre-tech things. There's not just one. In fact, Dr. Samantha Calvin herself has 2 bases established here. There is the one under the city, and then there's one in a different location. I would guess if they had one under the city, it is probably picked clean by now, given how well established this civilization seems to be.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, I'll do my little scan. I will try and again surreptitiously bring it back inside so I may have my drone back.
Absolutely. Is there anything you all want to do, either conversing with either of Jebka, Reese, or Lina, or anything that you want to do in preparation before he intends to take you to General Kaith?
I think we want to know if it is semi-clear that this individual knows General Kaith and has a bit of
sway.
Yes. Sway, I was going to say more like they didn't seem the most friendly.
Are you saying this to Jebka?
The thing that I want to ask Jebka specifically, you seem to know this individual. Are there any pieces of advice you have for interacting with them?
General Kaith and I, well, we don't go way back. I did some work for the militia, occasionally still do, because, healer and all of that. People go out, they get hurt.
Yes.
They need healing. That's what I do. I've also tattooed a few of the compatriots. So him and I are, at the very least, tangentially familiar with one another. General Kaith is, how to describe him? He is a man of character. He is a man of his word. If you follow your word, he will think highly of you. If you go back on your word, well, let's say he wouldn't take that too kindly. If you treat him with respect, generally speaking, he will treat you with respect. Outworlders are a sore spot for him.
Any particular reason why?
There have been some who have been poking around the various places on Genus, trying to get into Haven itself. And, well, let's just say he's been busier as of late because of that. And so, more Outworlders coming to his doorstep is more work for him.
More work like fighting?
If it comes to that. But if you don't give him a reason to do so, he will not.
No, it's definitely not the plan.
I don't know him to be a callous or vindictive person. But he will dole out punishment when he feels it is necessary.
What's the relationship between the militia and the Wisp Collar?
General Kaith is of a group of elders who is led by the Wisp's Collar. They dictate how Haven is meant to be run, how what comes and goes. They are the keepers of our lore. They are the keepers of our laws. He is on their council.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right.
Are
Yeah.
there any pictures around this apartment?
There are, absolutely. Yeah. There's definitely it's mostly very young pictures of Reese and Lina.
Oh,
They're
matching outfits,
yes.
of course.
And either Reese or Lina hating it.
Yep. Yeah. Probably Lina from your description.
Yeah. It's mostly,
Reese is just happy to be included.
Yeah.
Reese kind of has like a little half smile on a lot of them. And there's even one of Lina where she's clearly like putting her hand at the photo, at the camera that is being taken of her. And it's quite lovingly kind of like put right in the center of a lot of things.
That's cute.
No paparazzo.
There are
Paparazzo.
there are a lot of photos just around, of Lina or Reese or the two of them, and some where they were much younger, where Jebka has like them on either shoulder.
Aww. Cute.
Cute.
Too wholesome, too cute.
And then some other faces here and there, other men and women, but they don't really appear in more than one photo. So possibly like, here's an event that happened here or something that happened over here, but no one else that is like a regular other than those three.
Curious.
You're
Curious.
cleared for grill time. Go.
No. I feel like I was gonna be like, like that's rough, buddy. Me too. But I don't have an in now, so never mind.
I'll say yeah. When Jebka is elsewhere, I will just kind of run by the others. So okay, it sounds like this is a straightforward guy we're going to talk to. We probably want to get our story straight on what we're looking for and why. I think what you were saying, Nona, with like the looking for your ancestors is good. I just want to make if they've been like clashing with like Cass probably
Yes.
a bunch before. We don't want to give them a reason to think that we're gonna be a problem or that we're like infiltrating, taking their stuff,
Of course. Would it help if we told them that we also do not care for Cass or the Beholder Collective?
I don't know if they know what that is.
We could offer them information on Cass. Might be useful.
Do we have information on Cass?
Don't look at me.
I mean, we know stuff about Cass.
Yeah.
We do. Not I don't think there's a terrible lot that would be useful in this position. We can out Eriko as a spy from like a different place. That's not useful to them.
Like, wow, that
They
sounds
would
like
be
spicy
like,
gossip. I could
I'm
do
sorry.
nothing.
Who? Yeah, no, basically. Wow, this is useless.
Someone probably cares about this a lot, but it's not me.
Mm.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got that kind of like leverage or something.
Or generally explaining how maybe some of their technology works just as a show of good faith.
Oh, I would be fine with that.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about like handing out Lazarus patches and that kind of thing. Not that it's like illegal or something. There's not some mandate for how you're supposed to
or a prime directive, if you will.
If you will.
I have Spartan kicked the prime directive into a hole in the ground. It is gone.
But I don't know. These folks clearly have their own like society built around these wisps and everything going on. I'm a little worried what just like tossing some nanite tech at them would do just kind of willy-nilly.
Except it does seem like that sort of event is coming regardless.
Maybe.
It is only a matter, well, knowing what we know of Cass, it is only a matter of time before they decide they want to take over this planet and add it to their growing empire. I think it is too late to be preserving this culture. They are talking regularly about Outworlders having shown up and done things. So they are not shielded from the bad of our society interacting with them. I see no reason to shield them from benefits that it could also offer.
You got a point. So is that what you're thinking? Show them more of our tech?
Possibly. I think there are several things we could offer in trade that would be helpful. We are also particularly good at dealing with problems.
That's what I was thinking. It's like if they've got a job for us to do, maybe that would be a good, we already, help those kids. Maybe that would be enough for them to look the other way if we want to check out their old city.
Yes, I think there are a lot of options on the table, so to speak, for me. If there is anything you are specifically against doing, perhaps we should all coordinate about things that we are okay with doing and things that we are not okay with doing.
Yeah, I think that I'm all right with those. Just like, especially with Cass being around, I'm worried kind of like dripping some more of this stuff to these people is going to make some kind of like arms race or like rush to get in bed with them some more. But like you're saying, maybe it's kind of a lost cause because they're already here. Just seems like they've got a pretty nice setup. It would kind of suck to ruin it.
Yes, my concern is that, especially with what Jackson Takela told us about the Beholder Collective using that surveyor loophole to come here and treasure hunt on this planet. I don't believe they have found Haven and this old city yet, but it does feel like it is only a matter of time. And then you will have people from the Beholder Collective coming with our technology and no real moral prerogative against killing whoever they have to get to whatever is beneath the city. What is to stop them? The only thing right now is that they don't know this is here. That we're pretty sure they don't know this is here.
Yeah, Jebka is saying they might be looking for it though, trying to get into Haven.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is an unfortunate position.
Yeah.
That they are in.
Yeah, guess we got to do what we can do to get what we need here. This might be, again, kind of a lost cause.
Possibly.
Seems sad, though.
They have a lot of psychics. If they knew the threats posed by these other factions, it is possible that they could perform better than expected despite the technology deficit.
Could be. I mean, some of the stuff they were just doing out in the street is pretty, saw some solid teleportation that they were doing pretty casually.
Exactly.
So, yeah, who knows how much they can really pull off. But right now, that's not our problem. But something that can be on the table when we're talking to the general.
Yes, I was thinking of it as a strategic advantage trade of information.
Yeah, something that they might not know about that maybe they could.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So sticking with for now, not name dropping the old city, but
Yes, Reese requested that we specifically not do that so that he does not get in trouble.
yeah, we wouldn't want that. So yeah, we're looking for a place that your ancestors, quote unquote, built.
That is technically correct.
It is technically correct. We
The
know.
best kind of correct.
Depending on your definition of ancestor.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a lie.
I felt like saying creator would maybe raise more questions.
On the other hand, a lot of about us is weird to them, so who knows?
Yes, this is very fair.
But yeah, let's try and keep as close to the truth as we can without it getting really weird, because it sounds like this guy will respond well to that and badly if it seems like we're hiding stuff.
The good news is that is my specialty.
Yes, it is.
I do wonder, though, if they have any telepathics. That might be problematic for me.
Wouldn't they might just assume that you're some kind of psychic that can block that?
Yes, but I do not have a wisp, so that is also weird in of itself.
Some of them have their wisps hidden.
But also, yeah, I
Potentially.
mean, we already told Jebka and the kids about
Weird
Me.
psychics,
psychics.
quote unquote.
Psychics do work different outside of genus. That's definitely true.
Very
So-
fair. I will adopt my I am a weird psychic backstory.
Yeah, which again, technically kind of true. If you really massage it.
The weird part is correct.
You're using metadimensional energy to exist as like a person.
This is a fair point.
Like that's pretty neat. That's like that's a superpower in its own right.
It's-
Look at a rock. That rock's not being a person.
Well said.
As she sips and takes another sip of tea.
This is very herbal.
Notes of fruitiness.
Stop it.
No, it was good, Jeff. You did a good job describing tea.
All right. Is there anything else that you wanted to discuss? Then
Yep.
Eventually Jebka will take a look at the clock that he has hanging on the wall and says, "Oh, well, we should probably get going. Are you guys all ready to go? All freshened up? Everything you need to do?"
Yes. Did anybody actually take a shower?
I'll say
I'm just
Marcus took a
so
shower.
curious.
He's stinky.
Chloe may have taken a shower.
Fair enough.
If everyone else was doing it, maybe
Also-
after they did.
Argos is here.
Hey!
They have
You're-
dogs. Have we seen
this is
other
our
dogs?
normal dog.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you didn't mention
Think about
any
it, think about
animals.
it.
I
What
was
other
listening.
They were like,
things
what
live
the fuck
here?
is that?
Ah,
What lives here? What
I mean, do they have
domesticate?
pets? Yeah.
I'm going to
Did they
retcon
co-evolve
it and
with
say
anything?
that they do have dogs. Just
Excellent.
so
Okay.
they don't like freak out at
Okay.
the
the
fact
dogs also have wisps.
like the dogs do not have wisps.
Damn.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Everything's a piece of data.
Or there, I mean, interesting potential for them to call me a dog because I have no no psychic ability. Yeah. Cool.
You're just a baby. You haven't been gifted your wisp yet. Any day now, though.
I do not want one.
Any day now. Really?
We're waiting
I
for him to
would
come of age.
murder for
Marcus
a
does
wisp.
not want one. Marcus is like, get that psychic shit away from me, please.
Now for you a cube in this
Oh
triangle.
god.
All right, let me know if I'm moving too fast or if you want to
I
stop
think
and
we
do stuff.
go to the.
We're good.
Yeah.
I think while we're walking through the city, we're still trying to get like a sense of what's where and just like vibes around that.
Jebka has an ATV.
Oh,
So you guys all kind of to get in. It's
Like open door.
yeah,
Oh,
it's like
nice.
closer probably to a Jeep than an ATV.
Nice.
But
No one
without,
wants
like,
to drive it, but she holds back.
the top. Definitely like not seats, but like the bench seats.
Yeah.
Fun. Let's go.
And you guys all get in and
Argos with his tongue out.
Oh,
you
that's
drive.
doggy life.
The streets are not like there's a lot more people walking than there are cars going back and forth. There are kind of some lanes for that, but it's generally slow going. It's not like you get on a highway or anything like that. It's not sprawling.
Mm.
And so it is slow going, but it's faster than if you were to have walked. And you do come across various other forms of transportation, like you see like trolleys going along and stuff like that, moving like large groups of people from one end of the city to the other.
Do they go ding ding?
They have to go ding ding.
I'm just checking. This is a weird alien world,
How
Jeff.
else would people know that they need to get out of the way of
They
the
might
trolley?
go bong bong.
Oh, no. No, they go ding ding.
Okay, good.
Ring ding ding. It goes the trolley. Anyway, so you guys eventually do start to see areas of the city that, Micah, you weren't able to gleam at first. And there, stop! Don't look at me like that. don't look at my weird word choices.
I'm sorry.
Take a look at, and you eventually come across a set of buildings that are a little bit different than how the other buildings have been built. The other buildings have been kind of built with very modern building methods here and there off of nature. And it's been a little bit of a marriage of sorts, but still very much industrial, modern architecture. The architecture that you come across evokes nature in the very way that it has been built. It is primarily wood and images of leaves and vines. And as you approach this, you see more and more people similar to the ones who were along the edge of the wall in various attire, but militaristic. They have, weapons at their side, again, primarily crossbows. But you do actually see, as you kind of drive into this, there is a little bit of like a barracks that you pass by. And a setting along the side of the barracks is a firing range that you glimpse at as you go by. And there are definitely some crossbows. There's one crossbow range. And then there is a longer range where you see people firing ballistic weapons. Can you guys make like an int no or like an int fix check?
Okay.
Can we pick? Actually, it's the same. -1 for both of those. Oh, no.
Not good.
Yep.
We get a check that I could have been good at, but it's not going to be good.
Marcus got a 2. He's like, ooh, gun.
6.
It is gun.
Gun go bang.
I got a 6.
I got a 5.
It's an assortment of guns, long barreled, some shorter kind of like pistol like weapons.
Can I ask a question and
I
maybe
also
get
have a
an inch
question.
notice check? So Micah makes a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Micah regularly makes
She
a gun
does.
out of psychic things.
Yes.
Is there any? Well, normally she makes her gun like bright yellow.
Yeah, it's like a glowy yellow outline.
These are very physical guns.
Okay, they're definitely real.
These are definitely real guns. They're not like illusions or like a telekinetic armory or something along those lines.
Okay.
What I will say for asking that question is there's another range where you see a group of people with wisps who are kind of like hovering over their shoulders. And you see just almost an imperceptible wave of like light that kind of just like fizzes through the air toward like streaking very quickly towards the targets. And you just see like there is clearly like some force that is like thumping into the targets, and then others which that seems to be coming from the person themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that answers my question of if they ever weaponize it.
I have a question about the assorted or the guns. Do the guns look mismatched generally? Like, is it like, oh, these kind of all look like standard issue guns? Or is it like when we've been fighting people from the Cassian military, we've just been taking whatever?
Well, wouldn't they have gotten the same guns from the Cassian military?
I don't know. Some people might have had like rifles, other might have had pistols and different levels of
Coordination.
Use and repair, I guess.
Oh, fair enough.
Or I mean, if there were like off-worlders who weren't with the Cassian military but did have their own weapons and perished and left.
Yeah, potentially more ragtag as opposed to like if they were making them in some of their factories.
Yeah,
there is an assortment.
Okay.
I would say probably over half of the weapons that are being used are clearly paired. Like The stylings on them look similar. Like they're clearly made by some manufacturer that is the same manufacturer. And then there is probably about half is just an assortment of various things. You definitely see some, I don't know if you'd be able to call this out, but I'll give it to you. Definitely some Cassian weapons.
Yeah.
But then also just a random assortment of other things. You even see someone firing, and very clearly it's a laser rifle. Like,
where did they get that? Yeah.
Clearly they've been scavenging for something or coming across outworlders who had these weapons or something along the like. But yeah, that's what you guys get from this.
Thank you.
Eventually you come to this fairly large hall that has a lot of very official people kind of bustling back and forth. Once more, people are generally like taking a look at you and giving you a little bit of a berth. Although these people seem to be aware that you all were coming.
The gossip has spread.
There's a little bit less of like taking a look at you and like surprise, and more like uncertainty and like whispering back and forth. As a Jebka, who did bring Reese and Lina,
who brought our children to the military factory.
There was a quick conversation but Lina was like, I'm going there too. They saved my life. I'm going as well. And Jebka didn't really push the issue. And so you all arrive together with the three of them kind of leading the way.
Okay, cool.
Until Jebka gets up to some kind of secretary who seems just very disheveled and looks over at you. She just kind of like blinks a couple of times just to make sure that
big glasses, big eyes.
Thick glasses,
giant. It looks
giant
like her eyes are giant. Yes,
just,
messy bun.
Oh, yes.
Amazing.
General Kaith is expecting you as she kind of pushes up her glasses. Right to the right, second door on the left.
Okay, we do that.
And as you head towards that hallway, there are militiamen who are standing on either side. They look at you and open up the doors, and they actually follow you and kind of like escort you down the hallway.
No one was watching them. Do any of them look like they're going for a weapon?
No.
We're gonna be in formation with Claire in the middle.
Yep.
And then eventually you do reach General Kaith's office, and Jebka opens up the door, and you see General Kaith and a handful of other people in this room as well. You spot some of the same people he was with earlier, and he sees you all. He takes off like his reading glasses as he was clearly reading through some documents before.
Would you look at me when you said that?
I just fellow appreciator of the fox look.
And he says, Jebka, I see you've brought the Outworlders here. If you don't mind waiting outside. And Jebka will say, if you don't mind, I will stay right here.
Oh, boy.
I wish to say my piece on their behalf. And General Kaith goes, all right, very well. And he sits down at his desk and kind of gestures for you all to sit in front of it.
Nona steps forward and offers her hand and says, General Kaith, hello, my name is Nona.
He'll look at the hand and take it and say, please, sit.
I like your hair. And Nona sits.
Thank you. All right.
Did it work, Jeff? Are we friends now?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Actually, make a charisma notice check for me, please.
Yes!
Marcus is cringing. He's like,
That's from episode 2.
Going well.
Oh, not terrible. 10.
You're pretty certain you're not friends yet.
Damn it! My one play!
All right. I have heard the story. Thank you for saving the lives of Wisp's kin. That will not go unnoticed in the following conversation. However, I think it is important for us to understand what you all are doing here and what you hope to find on Genus.
I can explain that.
Please. And he kind of like leans back in his chair.
First of all, I know that you have been visited by many different Outworlders semi-recently. By my knowledge, this is mainly 2 different groups. There is the Cassian military and then others who may or may not be coordinated. We do not identify as members of either of these groups. In fact, I suspect both of these groups would not particularly like the fact that we are here right now. We are our own independent group who are not seeking to stay on Genus for a long time or majorly impact anything you all are doing here. We are here seeking primarily information. I am aware that there is a very old, very large building of sorts in this general vicinity, perhaps underground. It was built by one of my ancestors. I believe it is known as Wells. And I believe that there might be some information or potentially more inside of it that can help me with a rather urgent and bad problem that I currently have. I would like, if at all possible, to work together with your people to figure out a way for me to obtain the information that I need while impacting your lives minimally. And then we will leave and most likely never come back here again. I hope that, what is the phrase, works for you?
I'm going to have you make a weird check.
Yes.
Can you make a constitution notice check, please?
Ooh, what's a constitution notice?
Huh. Interesting.
And I need you to beat an 8.
What's a constitution
Is that
notice?
noticing her within herself?
I need you all to do this as well.
Oh.
I have obtained a 10.
Oh,
Notice
no.
check. Notice check.
Constitution notice is
Marcus
crazy.
got a 6.
So I'm not used to having positive attribute modifiers.
Yeah, you are mainly Constitution, aren't
That's
you?
my only positive one.
Really?
Yes, really.
Wow.
So that's a 9 for me.
People who, with like the Constitution, it's a feeling of body, right? Like you get the sensation, right? Nona and Micah feel a familiar warmth that is radiating in the smalls of your back. General Kaith looks over at a couple of people who just kind of like nod back at him, and he looks back to you and says, "All right, I see."
Why does it feel familiar, Jeff?
It feels familiar because you have not felt it too long ago.
Okay.
It is the feeling of that touching a wisp.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have mind readers?
Hold on.
Well, I've been informed that it's rude to read someone's mind without permission. And again, cultures are different, but I'm not going to let this go unremarked upon.
I don't know what Jebka or his children have told you, but yes, we have aspects that we are granted. Some of them allow for the conference of minds.
Huh. Our worlds have mind readers too. They're rather rare. Hopefully everything is to your satisfaction.
And he kind of sheepishly, like a little bit, as sheepish as this man can be, says,
Which is not very sheepish.
yes, well, I'm afraid that I might know what you are speaking, but it is a sacred place to us. And I must apologize that that is not somewhere that just any outworlder can just waltz into. So I apologize for you coming all this way, but I must ask you to leave Haven and leave Genus. This is not a safe place for you. And should negotiations break down with the Cassian military or the treasure hunters, well, you don't want to be caught in the crossfire either. So it's probably best that you were to get on to your ship of the stars and leave.
We have been caught in the crossfire before. We are quite capable of taking care of ourselves. On top of that, this problem that I am trying to solve right now, while it is my problem to start with, I am worried that it will grow larger over time and might pose a threat to you as well. That is not me threatening you. I know that I sometimes am bad at explaining these sorts of things, but tangentially relatedly, did anything strange happen with your wisps roughly 3 weeks ago, would you say, is the coronation, Jeff?
Yeah, give or take.
Whatever that date is, and however one would convey that. Did something strange happen then?
He leans forward and says, I can't lean forward.
You can't. There's a mic in your way.
There's a mic in my way. There's like freaking.
You know what, Jeff? Say it with your words and I'll envision it in my mind palace.
When I put it in my body. I'm sorry.
Oh, such an actor.
He leans forward and says, what do you know of happened 3 weeks ago?
I can speak as to what happened on one of the stars. And I know that it has a tie-in with what we call metadimensional energy, which seems to be what your wisps function on. There was a threat, and we stopped it. But before we completely stopped it, it sighed at us.
There are like looks that are being shared around the room right now. And the general kind of like adjusts his jaw and says, about 3 weeks ago, there was a tremor. Shook the entirety of genus. And for mere moments, every wisp in Haven disappeared. He just kind of leans back in his chair after a big sigh and says, I liked it so much more when Haven was the last bastion of humanity in the entire universe. And the fact that we are just so small makes it difficult to keep everyone safe. But our rules and our laws are what they are. I cannot allow people, outsiders, even folks who have not gone on their own wisp walk to enter the old city. I apologize. There's nothing more I can do. My hands are tied. It is best for you to leave the planet.
Your hands are tied by whom?
The Council of Elders.
I'd like to speak to your manager. Notice, actually, in all seriousness, says, I would like to speak to your Council of Elders, if possible.
Petitioning the Council of Elders for access, even for a natural-born wispkin, is...
May I speak with someone who is allowed access to this place?
And at that, you hear a knock at the door. And the door slowly opens up, and there is an old woman standing there.
Jeff, she buff.
You better be buff, Jeff.
This is something I haven't specifically said, but like you've been through like, and you've seen a lot of folks who have lived within Haven. Mm-hmm. Every single one of them is very athletic.
Because they climb trees all day.
They climb trees.
They never skip leg day. Like
all of them are built. Mm-hmm. Some of them are like more stout than others, but like stout has its own strengths as well. Not all of them are svelte. This woman who comes in is clearly, if not in her mid 70s, her like early 80s, and walks in with like a gnarled staff in her hand. And yes, she's got biceps.
Yes.
We have maybe been talking about this character offline for weeks now. Jeff, she's gotta be buff.
She better be fucking buff, Jeff.
Her wisp kind of stands.
It's also fucking.
It has big arms. That is just like it's constantly like flexing, like you see, like in those like what is it?
Bodybuilding competition.
It's just like flexing. It like does the arms behind the back.
Yeah, the tries.
The tries.
Do the polite golf clap.
No, it's sitting in a point that exists within her staff, just kind of
awesome.
like
Nice.
floating there. And she says, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No,
And-
by all means, General Kaith was just trying to get us to leave.
Yes. I came here about that. And General Kaith, like as this woman shows up, like stands up out of his desk and says, Wisp callers, Ara, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting you here. And no, it's just fine. I don't always show up when I'm expected, but always when I am needed. And then she sits down.
I love this lady.
Did she take his desk?
No.
Oh, damn.
She actually sits down in a chair across from you all
Mhm.
and says, So, you are the Outworlders that I've heard so much about.
Word travels fast.
It does. Wow, this is a surprise. It's an honor to meet you, Wisp Caller.
Thank you. You can call me Zyra.
Syra?
Zyra.
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 I believe
Hi, I'm Nona.
Nona, Marcus,
Oh,
Micah,
Mike.
and
yeah,
Claire.
Let's not forget
Yes.
Claire. We forget her a lot.
You'll have to forgive me. Things get a little jumbled up now and again. You see, General Kaith, I have seen these four before.
You have?
I have, yes. My wisp has given me the aspect of an oracle.
Everybody glances over at
Everyone looks
Claire,
at Claire
who
and-
frowns.
Oh, interesting.
Is that actually what that's what I call it.
Okay. Let me add it to my notes.
The mother, she speaks to me. She shares me visions of the future and what may or may not be.
Straightforward visions or horribly cryptic ones?
Sometimes straightforward, sometimes more cryptic than others. The flow of time is, well, it diverges and flows back together. Not one single future is the truth until it is the truth, you see. I see glimpses of what might be and how one might teeter on one edge or the other.
Hmm.
The four of you coming, and your little friend there. And Argos just kind of
The
tilts
dog
his head
has
at
been
it.
included. Oh, yes. My apologies. Sorry, that is Argus.
Yes. The four of you kick off a series of events that will decide the very fate of this settlement.
Damn it.
Not this again.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
We were
no.
just trying to
La 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 la.
quick
no
out.
prophecy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
And also, yeah, look again at Claire like, you didn't say that, but
She kind of did.
well, she kind of did.
Again,
Trying to
very
ignore
cryptic
it.
bullshit. But if you go back and read it, it's there. Yes.
So you probably know why we're here then.
That is funny. I do not. I see visions, but I don't know intention. I see you all entering the old city.
Well, we were trying very hard to, but
In some cases, it is with our permission, and others. She just kind of looks over at Micah.
yeah. Nona also looks at Micah.
It's not.
We would love to get your permission if that's something that we could earn somehow.
Yes, let us teeter in the direction of permission obtaining. That feels better.
Yes, I agree. Now, access to the old city. Well, it is one of our more sacred sites within Haven. It is the Wisp Grove, you see, where one goes to meet the wisp that will be paired with them for the rest of their life.
That's nice.
Very important place for us. And even those of our own kind have to gain permission to go there. Now, I do not see the connection between you and any other wisps. General Kaith, would you agree with that? And he just kind of like looks at you all and says, yes. No, there's no wisp for any of them here.
Damn it! That's Kirsten.
Yeah. And she continues on.
But perhaps going on your own wisp walk will show that the mother guides them. And if the mother guides them, who are we to stop them from being one of us?
Mike is processing for a second.
Marcus is also processing.
I mean, we've already spent 2 days trekking through the forest. We might as well.
Yeah. That sounds great. I mean, that would be an honor if you're down with it.
I have much sway within the Council of Elders, I must say. Some of them might not trust me in my old age, think my visions get mixed up with my memories, as she kind of like pointedly looks at General Kaith. But rest assured, I am well in control of my faculties. Yes, if you do this and the mother guides you, then she believes you are worthy. If she does not, for the mother gives and she does take, well,
Then we are no longer your problem.
she smiles at that and says, exactly. No, you speak plainly, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I understand you may be looking for something lost and forgotten, but now remembered.
A splinter, if you will.
Yes.
Nona is like, did that spark a recognition thing?
That lies in the heart. The emerald heart. Yes. Interesting indeed. Interesting days are upon us, as she kind of starts to get up and says, and I might just live to see them, as she just starts to slowly walk out, unless you stop her.
Yeah, I think Nona is just going to call out after her and say, Zyra, I'm sorry that so many people have been visiting and disrupting your way of life, but it seems for better or for worse, you are now a part of the universal community, and there are things coming that wish to harm all of us. I would like for us to work together to support each other and prevent those things from coming to pass. And either before or after this wisp walk, for if we go on it, we will be coming back. I would like to sit down with you or anyone else on your council of elders who will hear me and talk about those things and how we could best support each other.
She smiles at that and says, yes, ages do come to an end. Nothing is forever. The darkness that came after the calamity was not forever dark. And as we step into the light, we see something new. This is the beginning of a new age for us Wispkin. We are but children in it, you see. But I'm sure we will find our way, for our mother still guides us. And she just slowly with her...
That wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a no.
walks out. She pokes her head in. Yes, by the way.
Please tell me that's canon.
That's canon.
I love this lady. I love this lady so
so much.
What an icon. She's just trolling people, you know? She's like, I'm 77.
Once you reach that age,
Yeah.
you kind of gotta.
And also, she's like kind of a telepath. So she's like
I don't think telepathic. She's precog.
precog. Sorry.
Yeah. It's like, you are going to deal with me because you have to, and I don't care.
And General Kaith is just like agawk. Like,
Yeah.
his mouth is just wide open. He's like, well, we're all witness to that. And
I'm sorry, do you not know about the prophecy of the Emerald Heart? Nona just looks at him.
No.
Zyra has been saying something as much for the several weeks now. Well, if the Wisp Caller has said it, it must be so. She speaks for the mother, and the mother speaks through her. All right. Well, you will not go to the old city unless you come back from a wisp walk. But normally when folks come back from a wisp walk, they have shown a true connection with their wisp. Their power grows greater. So I'm sorry, you don't have wisps. And at that, Jebka goes, what about Lina and Reese? And General Kaith goes, I suppose I can't stop a group of folks going on their wisp walk. That is their right.
That's not cheating.
No, community
Goodness.
is important.
Through gritted teeth.
Snarling.
Yeah. Really.
We're a really happy family here, you guys. Everyone gets along so well.
Well, I suppose you will be going on that then. I will let you know that I will be having you watched while you are in Haven. While you are welcomed guests, you are still guests and ones that I don't trust fully yet, despite some.
To be fair, we did just meet today.
I suppose there is still time then, isn't there? Jebka, you'll be in charge of the Outworlders while they are in Haven. Mora, can you get me the council? I need to speak to them.
Drag them all in here by the ears. We need to talk about security threats.
And he will just kind of like nod at you all and you are dismissed. As he sits down and like starts going through the papers once more and like picks up a telephone on his desk and starts dialing it.
Nona leans down or over, I don't know what our respective heights are, to Reese and just goes, you know where we're going, right?
Yes and no.
Okay, that's better than what we've got.
There's like a little, okay, let's see if I remember. Starting from the refuge at the Old Man in the Rock, head north crossing the Mother's Tears. When you come across the Copper Needle, head northwest until you find the Mother's Embrace. That's what we got.
Guys, we got an El Dorado situation on our hands.
God.
Let's fucking go.
So
And you said northwest, not northeast?
Not northeast.
Good.
Well, we didn't find them in the northeast.
hold on. No, it's northeast.
We found them.
Ah, damn it.
Northeast
Damn it.
where
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, no.
Isn't that where you said the sorry. Isn't that where the Death Stalkers are?
Yeah.
Wisp can really don't fuck around.
They just send their children through the meat grinder twice, once out, once back. Those who make it are allowed to have a job in society.
That's why everyone's
That's why
so
they're all
buff.
so jacked.
Because they're like, to
The
run
weak ones get eaten.
the weak shall be eaten.
God.
It's a real Sparta thing it's got going for it.
Yeah, unless there's anything more for you guys to do at this location, Jebka will. He's a little. This has been a lot.
Yeah.
like he has been. He's has this very boisterous nature,
Mhm.
and he's been kind of
Uncharacteristically
mollified
silent.
and uncharacteristically silent. Like he sits down in the Jeep before like even saying anything more, and says, "Well, I suppose that's a good thing for you all to go with Lina and Reese.
Possibly good for them as well.
No, yes. I wasn't expecting them to go again so soon.
Oh.
We will watch out for them.
And, now that they've got a handle on the Boakoa tracks, I'm sure they can handle themselves.
Plus, a group of 6 plus a dog is a lot better at fending off things than a group of 2.
Yes, that's very true. That's very.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, my kid's coming with us too. I understand."
I, like all adults in Haven, have gone on such a walk. I know where you all go, and I know the things that might stand in your way. But if the mother wills it, they will be safe. And he puts a hand on your shoulder, Marcus, and says, "Thank you, though. Thank you."
Oh,
Sure, bro.
they're
sure.
best friends now.
Can I roll?
Literally.
Can I roll for friends?
Roll for best friends.
friendship? Wait.
D20.
It's a D20.
No.
Roll for friendship.
No, what were you rolling for friendship?
Like a charisma nose check.
Oh,
Six.
Charisma knows. Yeah, I was rolling to see if friends
that's pretty
were
good.
happening.
It's pretty good. It's a 7. That's an 8.
Jebka liked that.
Oh, good.
Just in the little corner.
It just says Jebka likes that.
Jebka approves.
Excellent. Amazing.
And so you guys head back to Jebka's apartment. Still, he's a little bit more solemn about all of this. Lina does notice like the quietness coming from her father, and she like puts a hand on his shoulder and says, I know I went a little too hasty last time, but we've got this, all right? I know what I'm doing. I've been following all of the codes that we need to follow. I know everything about this area inside and out. I can be our wayfinder. We're going to be all right. And he says, yes, no, of course. You have one of the best in your class. The mother is clearly on your side here, given that you came across these folks. You're all going to be all right. Everything's going to be fine, and you're going to be just fine.
Aw.
If I were going to leave Claire with someone who was not our group, I suspect I would have several questions about them and potentially their capabilities. If you have such questions, you may ask them. We cannot tell you everything, but I will share what I can.
Well, at least there is one of you with an aspect of some kind. You have access to tools that I have never seen in my lifetime. You might not know the way as well as one of our kind, but you have Lina for that, and Reese is as well.
Reese is also here.
Reese,
I'm getting a feeling there might be a favorite twin here.
Reese
He's
has
supposed to read books. Let him read his books.
Reese, while the natural aspect might be a little bit more difficult for him, the spiritual aspect, being guided by the mother, comes a lot more naturally to him. He feels her presence and her movement.
Oh.
So they are together a strong team, and with you and your capabilities, I'm sure you will all be just fine. Just fine.
It helps if you repeat it a few more times to yourself.
Don't worry, I will every time I go to bed.
For a second, when you said like our capabilities, I was like training montage. Training montage.
We will take you to the gun range and we will show
be
off.
like, hey, check this shit out, man. Yeah, no, literally, and be like, where did all those guns come from?
I will try and reassure him a little bit, and pull out my eye beams, kind of smack it in my hand. You got nothing to worry about.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a good eye beam there.
That's a good eye beam right there.
And again, you're like 5'2".
Yeah. So it's like,
I think it's like 5'6", I thought. But anyway.
Yeah.
For a 5'2". Full length eye beam. Like, watch it. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. It is a large melee weapon.
So is there anything like you have been given this task by the Wisp caller to go on your very own Wisp walk?
Yeah.
That Lina and Reese will go on with you. Is there anything you want to do within Haven prior to going? Or do you want to take a few days in the city?
I would say maybe shopping trip.
Maybe. Time is sort of the essence for a bunch of reasons of like getting back to the ship and also so we can do what we need to do, hopefully, in the old city. And so Cass doesn't get on our case. We could shop a little.
That's fair. I think this would be a case of us sort of, the Wisp Walk is something people kind of aren't supposed to talk about, right? So it's one of those things that like we've kind of tripped over asking questions about before. Now that might be different now that we're supposed to do one. But I think Nona being Nona would not necessarily assume that. Nona would be like, yes, the thing we can't ask about. Well, we have to go do that now. Okay.
I think Jebka will speak up like about this now. He says, well, so a wisp walk. It is the coming of age for a wispkin. It is, you are given one here in Haven, and the aspect that they grant is something that they hold within themselves, but it's not one that you can exercise yet. You must go on your wisp walk in order to formalize that bond with the wisp and with the mother, and then you come back home and you have graduated into adulthood. At that point, you find a calling, and that is what you do. And so the children, they train. They train hard, and they go out on this wisp walk, and they find the mother's embrace, or they perish.
Given that Reese and Lina are not adults yet, does that mean that they do not have access to any of their powers yet?
Oh, no. Their wisps high and hard. Well, Ty is able to track those. That is a tracker aspect. If when Reese finds that, he will be able to sense nature all around him, identify where sources of mother's energy is flowing through. Lina would get the aspect of Quip's step where she could quickly move from the place where she is to Hod, and vice versa.
So getting there is going to be more dangerous than getting back.
Yes. Once you receive that, make it to the mother's embrace, you do need to get back, but most who make it there are able to use their aspects, and they've been blessed by the mother herself.
Understood. What would you normally do to prepare for a wisp walk? Again, I know that. How long will it take? Should we pack food? Should we?
I can't speak to how long it should take. Most people return if they return after about a week, maybe a little bit more. Very few make it in less.
Interesting. We may need to detour then. We need to call in with the people who are checking on us so that they do not know we are doing anything strange and come looking for us, which I believe means we need to go back to the ship.
Could be an issue, or we could just try and speed run it.
Lina got into trouble going too fast.
Yeah, but she's young.
We are about to pass through Deathstalker territory.
Okay, all right,
You're like
fine,
6 years older than her.
Yeah,
but that is fucking exactly how people in their 20s act about people in their late teens. Like, there's oceans between me and you. You're like, there's 6 months.
Don't call me out like this.
I didn't mean you specifically.
No, sometimes I do meet 19-year-olds and I'm like, oh my God. And then,
so, okay, then I will call you out like that.
Seems like might be easier to do the detour on the way back.
Yeah,
when
Jeff,
we have the advantage.
From our impression of space, where is where did we park our ship relative to like the northeast-ish of here we've been pointed toward?
There's an RP way to do this. How am I going to do this?
If we had kind of a general sense of the direction we came from.
Reese says, I think I know about where you guys came from. I know where we met. And he pulls out a map that has clearly been like self-drawn from various places.
Nona pulls out her little technology thing where she's been mapping her own shitty map.
Ooh, got a whole paper with a bunch of hexes on
And they're going to compare and contrast notes now.
it. Holy guacamole.
If you
We've
want
got
to
a lot on
describe
here.
a little bit about what's on there.
In the middle, there's a thing that says Lost City, which is very funny to me because it's not lost. It's right there.
It's right there. We've got Lost City in the middle. We've got Phoenix.
Got Old City bottom right.
Is like approximately near the bottom left, near the Hunter's Refuge. Or no, there's more than one Hunter's Refuge. Then there's the
got little
basically
bases built everywhere.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
Relatively straight path called Hunter's Path between where we are parked and Haven with 2 hexes in between them.
Oh, that's our ship. I thought it was a pig.
No,
The drawing is
that's the
A
ship.
little bit of a
creative.
pig.
It's a little bit
It's
like
close.
a pig.
It's close. It's also labeled Phoenix, so I'm a little bit of a dumbass here. But
Okay, so yeah, top right, we've got like Lake of the Mother, Mother's Grove, and yeah, Old City. Oh, I see, is all the way on the bottom right of this. So what we could probably gather from this, and this being what Reese was sketching out, is they did not get very far.
No.
they got outside and then they got bitch slapped. and then
Basically, yes.
That's very funny. How, like, scale of this, how long would it take to traverse a hex?
Half a day.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So yeah,
And if you pushed it a little bit more, there will be mechanics that come up with this.
We could
You
swing
would
back
gain
on the
some
ship.
system strain, but you could push further within a day.
Okay.
we can definitely stop by the ship then, yeah.
Nice. All right. There was something else that I wanted to
I'm going to
ask.
call out a couple of other important.
By all means.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff on this.
You're getting the map taken away. You didn't do a good
There-
enough job
I'm
describing.
sorry.
There are a couple of various things that are colored in various colors. There is Bastion's Thicket, which seems to be a very thick growth of trees that seems to be difficult to pass. That is between Haven and the Moors Venar territory, which is kind of a group of, what is that? 7 hexes. So a middle hex and then the surrounding hexes around it. There is something south of the Lake of the Mother that is Outworlders base.
And that's not the same base that we left from, right?
That is not the same base that you left from. There are a few things called bloom bursts in there, as well as Roiling Hills, which, if you asked Reese, is they're still covered in trees, but it is a more mountainous part of the floor of Genus. And so he shares this with you and is like, yeah, so we got to find the old man in the rock. And then we move on to the next thing, the copper needle. And then from there, we just need to find the mother's embrace. And then we're there.
All
Seems
right.
easy enough. Again, we will need to make a slight detour with your permission. We got here under a slight subterfuge, and the people who know that we are here will come looking for us if we are missing for too long. And we don't want them to do that because we don't want them to know where you are.
Oh,
So we will go back. We will send the "we are all fine, no need to come here" signal. And then we can continue on our way if that is all right with you two.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I think another day or two just to kind of let the nerves go down a little bit, to read a little bit more up and get ready to go. I think that's a good
Like
idea.
you want us to go out and then come back, or?
Oh, no, I was saying a couple of days resting here before we go out. Oh, you're saying the detour. Oh, yeah, that works too. Whatever works.
Yeah, I was just a little down what looks like you're calling the Hunter's Path on here. Not super far from where we found you, like maybe a day or so out. Shouldn't be too bad, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. And Lionel's like, yeah, no, that's, if you're joining us, we can absolutely, it doesn't even seem that far out of the way.
Huh.
That location that you're pointing to right there is
around all of the hunter refuges that we suspect that the old man on the rock might be.
Oh, convenient. Another question. I've noticed you have some ruins marked on your map. Do your people have any rules regarding salvage?
Do it frequently and often.
Okay.
It's, anything outside of Haven is whoever finds it is the new owner.
Okay. Excellent.
Love to hear that.
I look over at Micah, who is grinning furiously.
Looking around for the nearest box.
Amazing.
I'm kidding.
For now, you are.
For now, I'm kidding. Yes.
All right. So you guys head back to Jebka's apartment. Probably kind of make some preparations, whether that takes, half a day or so. It's already the evening, so I suspect you wouldn't be heading out.
Yeah, we
today.
probably head out in the morning. If there's any sort of like supplies that they would gather, or if their idea is just to, eat sun fruit on the way.
I mean, they have a collection of rations. They're not as long living as the ones that you have. Perhaps not as nutritionally filling as
they got
well.
A bunch of trail mix,
but they've got like trail mix, pemmican, like the equivalent. Look up pemmican.
Pemmican?
It's gross.
I'm so excited.
But it's like it's a traveling food.
Oh
guess
wow,
so.
that's disgusting.
A mixture
looking.
of tallow, dried meat, and sometimes dried berries. So it's like jerky plus trail mix.
Huh.
Yeah.
One.
in bar form.
But yeah, it keeps very long.
The
and
tallow is the thing that's throwing me. I feel like jerky
That's where the
encrusted with
nutrition
trail
lies.
mix would be fine for someone that ate meat, but the tallow is
I think the tallow helps have a better long
Shelf life.
because water is the enemy of things.
That's why we
Yeah.
salt
Good.
the meats and stuff.
That's why you salt the meats. That's why you like dry them out and stuff. So pemmican is that. Anyway, not good.
These rations are just kind of begging a question from me, which is like, do they hunt the animals out there here?
We saw them coming back with meat and stuff.
Yeah. Like, are there, now I want to know how they taste. Like, are there specific things like
Micah wants to go on a food tour.
I just want to know. Yeah.
Like,
Shoot it,
which things do they tend to eat and hunt, and which ones are they more just like scared of?
my favorite birthday meal
Is
is
this Lina or Reese?
Reese.
Okay.
Grilled shawag leg.
Mm.
Big, I don't even know how to describe them. Big like amphibian things.
Okay.
I think
and,
we might
like,
have seen one of those.
One of their legs.
Maybe.
Oh, grilled. That stuff's awesome. You can hunt while on the Wisp Walk. There's nothing against that, but the less encounters that you can have with wildlife, generally the better.
Makes sense to me.
Yes, we were informed that everything on this planet will try to eat you,
Yes.
including some of the plants.
The mother tests quite frequently. And so you guys gather your supplies. You take that day of rest. I'm going to end the episode crazy right before you head out. So before you head out on your very own Wisp Walk, that is where we're going to end today's episode. And we will figure out how to do hex crawl rules
Yay!
next time.
Woo! I imagine I feel like we're at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings. We're getting our little groove.
Yeah.
I spent way too much time making this.
It's
No,
a
it's
beautiful
great.
map.
I love
It's
it.
such
So
a gorgeous
pretty.
map. Thank you, Jeff.
I'm sorry I didn't describe it in enough detail. I was
There's a lot happening. I just wanted to try and point out some of the important.
the plot relevant stuff.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
No bit, tiny bit. If you haven't already, you need to take a picture of that